What's up, everybody? Crash here. Welcome back to Crash Against the Spread, where we talk about sports from a betting perspective. It is Thursday, December 5th, and we have NFL Thursday Night Football to talk about. Yesterday, we were in the NBA. We actually went 2-2 with our picks. First two picks, Miami rolled on the Lakers. Lakers are not playing good ball right now. And from what I saw, it looked like a couple effort plays that really need to get cleaned up. So, as far as Orlando goes, I had Orlando 3.5. It went up to 5 before the game, before I was able to bet it. But I still took the 3.5. I just took the minus 150 and parlayed it. But Atlanta, Milwaukee, I expected Milwaukee to win. And, knowing that Atlanta likes to put up 120 every now and then, I just expected Milwaukee to have more points in it. So that didn't come through. We had the over 236 in that game. If I would have leaned on Milwaukee, I would have lost that one anyway. And Clippers at home, quick revenge game. Lost 2 games ago to the same team. Couldn't get it done. Lost even worse this time, 108-80 at home. They're 9-4 at home, and they started like 0-4 or at least 0-3. So they started 0-3 at home, and rattled off a bunch of wins, I guess, but couldn't get it done tonight or last night. So that's where we're at in NBA. Still kind of get my bearings right with that as NFL and college football comes to a close. But today we do have the NFL. We're back in the Thursday Night Football with the Packers and the Lions. Lions home favorites, 3.5 points. Totals at 51.5. These two teams just played week 9. It was raining, so the score was 24-14. And let's look at that game real quick. 24-14. Jared Goff, 145 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Jordan Love, 273 yards passing, 1 interception. So in the second quarter, Detroit jumped out to a 17-3 lead going into the half, and just probably tried to cruise to a victory with their defense. They scored 1 more touchdown in the third and didn't score again in the fourth. Green Bay only had 2 field goals and a touchdown with a 2-point conversion at the end. So Green Bay actually outgained Detroit in this game by like 150 yards. It was 400-11 total yards versus 261 total yards. Green Bay had 138 yards on the ground. Josh Jacobs almost 100 yards at 95. Green Bay, Montgomery and Gibbs had 73 and 65 yards apiece, respectively. The Lions basically just chose to keep it on the ground and make you beat that 2-headed monster of Sonic and Knuckles. Looking at tonight's game, we're actually in a dome, so the weather is not going to be a factor tonight. Jared Goff, one of the leading quarterbacks this year, has not looked as good in his last couple games as he did at the beginning of the season, and their defense is a little banged up with injuries. So the defense has slowly gotten more injured over the year, so it's not like everything happened last week and they're playing with a whole new staff, so it shouldn't be as detrimental. It's kind of like a next man up situation over there, where it seems like everybody who comes in has been able to handle the workload. They haven't really dropped any games since that second week versus the Buccaneers. But Jared Goff doesn't have a consistently high passer rating like he did at the beginning of the year, where he's just lighting up every defense. So last couple games, we had that Green Bay game in the rain, passer rating at 109. He had that 5 interception game versus Houston, passer rating down at 59.7. Had that game against Jacksonville where Detroit won 52-6. Looks like he did get taken out of that game because they were up so much. He had 400 yards in that game, 24 for 29 passing, 82% completion rate. They beat Indianapolis 24-6. Didn't really need to do much in that game. Still had a 26 for 36, 269 yards. No TDs, no interceptions though. And then there's that Chicago game where they let Caleb Williams come back on them in the fourth quarter, scoring 13 points in the fourth. So, they were up big, 23-6, looks like. So, let them come all the way back, and that was the Thanksgiving game that Caleb could have won if they called a timeout. So, this game I kind of like Detroit and Green Bay. The last game they lost was to Detroit. In that Week 9 game, they've beat Chicago by 1, 49ers 38-10, Miami 30-17. I like Detroit to keep going. Like I don't mind a Green Bay, especially plus 3.5 bet, but I'm more on the over. I like the 51.5 because I do think that Green Bay is going to score. I don't think that the Detroit Lions defense, who's slightly banged up, is going to be able to shut Green Bay out. So I expect Jared Goff to get his, and I expect Green Bay to put up some points too. So I'd rather be on the over. I'm leaning Detroit to continue their dominance, especially against this divisional rival. But we'll see. I'll probably them together. The spread and the total. Lions in the over. So that's what I'll be on tonight. I do have to work, so I won't be watching the game. So no live betting things. I'll just probably wait to see if I can get an even 3 maybe, and bet it at that point. So Lions in the over, locked in. Let's get this money. We'll be back tomorrow to talk some NBA or college football. We'll see what's popping tomorrow.